Dinner Convo.
How is it going, amazing people? Peace be upon you all. I am Mohammed Fahim Ras, back at it again. See, my excitement has once again destroyed my language. Back at it again with another episode of the Dinner Convo. If you enjoyed this video, please become a doctor and only treat patients if they're subscribed to the Dinner Convo. If not, don't treat them because that's a really bad thing to do. Not subscribing to Dinner Convo. Anyway, guys, this is a joke. Please don't take it seriously. Treat patients if you're a doctor. So yeah. So Fardin has a new laptop. That's why you can see he's very happy once again. You know that in the next few days you'll see him very excited and disoriented at the same time. Fardin, what day is it today?
It's a Saturday.
No, man, you suck at this. Come on. As you can see, Fardin lacks creativity, and that is my way of making people laugh. I show my friends' weaknesses and make people laugh. I know I'm a sadistic person, but let's get on to today's episode. Before we go, we'll have, since Adil is not here today, we'll have Fardin do the boring part of telling you guys to subscribe to our channel. Fardin, go ahead with it.
I like what you did there, Fahim. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to our channel for more crazy content. We post every week, and you'll like the podcast as usual. So, without further ado, let Fahim introduce us to our guest today.
Yes. Yeah, we don't do that because that's what typical people do. We're crazy people. We don't say
Yeah.
formal stuff. We do it differently. Maybe cringy, but we do it differently. Okay, without any further, this guest, he is. If you are a fan of Yes Theory, you've definitely watched him in their videos, and now he is going solo with his own YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is unfortunately, and this is one of the most outrageous things I've seen, has only 6,000 subscribers. Come on, what the heck, man? He's such a hardworking person, such a hardworking YouTuber, and I guarantee you, in the next year, you'll see him with 6 million subscribers. All right. So we've been trying to get him for quite a while, and fortunately, alhamdulillah, our times have we have agreed on a mutual timing. So joining us all the way from the east, from the west coast, I believe. Yeah, it's from the west coast in the United States. It's Perry Grone. Perry, can we have you?
What up? It's
Hey,
me.
man.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
What's up?
Thank you
What's
so
up?
much
What's
for
up?
having me. We got Fahim. You've got a very warm, quick, fast, energetic intro. I love it, dude. That's
Thank you,
awesome.
man.
You should be an auctioneer, one of those guys that sells expensive art.
I know about that.
What was that?
Stuff.
And then
Yeah.
someone got a new laptop.
Yeah, Fardin.
Hey, man.
Ooh, you get to search on the dark web as much as you want. That's exciting.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, and yeah, that's what I do. You know, the intro might have been a little cringy, but you know, that's what we do. We are energetic. We try to make you guys feel as comfortable as possible. So, as I said, Perry, this is a free conversation. Dinner Convo. We'll be talking about how you succeed a good life and how it's going on right now and stuff like that.
Love
and you know, and yeah, we only have one rule. That is to not stay contained within formalities. You know, be as friendly as possible. That is the only rule we have. You know,
Exactly.
because that's what a dinner conversation is all about. It's free
Yeah.
and it's a lot of people talking about interesting stuff. So
Maybe we'll have a food fight afterwards, and hopefully one of our relatives doesn't say something too offensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That sounds like a smart idea. Yeah, we'll try and implement that. Okay. So Perry, let's talk about your YouTube channel. First of all, I just want to talk about how crazy your video ideas are. Last
Thank
video, you pretended to be a girl to find a sugar daddy, and at the same time, a few videos back, you DM'd politicians. That to people like Donald Trump. And one thing that I always ask myself is, how the heck does this guy come up with such awesome ideas? So, how the heck did you come up with such awesome ideas?
Well, thank you so much for complimenting the ideas. A lot of them, they're very random. I have a list of a lot of ideas and a lot of brainstorming goes into it. I do a lot of writing for like my stand-up comedy, and I can't do stand-up right now, so I just transition that writing over to writing video content. And I am just trying to think of the weirdest kind of ideas that I can possibly come up with. And when one works, then I'll tweak it and do it even, I guess, better or more. Like the idea where I dressed up as a girl, that came from the first idea that I had where I photoshopped my face onto other more attractive dudes' bodies and face. And then I used their pictures and put them on dating app profiles to see if other versions of myself would get better attention. And then people like that. So I was like, all right, what's another step I can do? How about I dress up as a very hot, pretty chick and like put it out there? And then what's something else I can do? Oh, let me see if I can see if there's older dudes that'll pay me money based on how cute I look. And it worked.
Oh my God! Yes, I
Yeah,
mean, like wow. I mean, these ideas they do require plenty of creativity. And
exactly.
excuse my weird wannabe British accent because it's habitual. I try to get rid of it, but it's there. I know it's weird. A lot of viewers said they couldn't really understand what I said because of my accent. So please excuse that.
Oh, don't worry about it at all. I love any sort of accents. I'm about it. I love that.
Oh, thank you. That's great. That's great.
That's great
Now,
to hear.
okay, yeah. And speaking of which, we saw you. We saw the beginning of Curry Grove in Yes Theory's videos, and Yes Theory. We didn't really mention it. This is something for you guys, the audience as well. The inspiration behind this podcast was Yes Theory. All right.
Oh,
So
sweet.
because we saw them do crazy things, we're like, let's do something. Although podcast is pretty friendly compared to what they do, but we're like, let's do something that we never did outside our comfort zone. So how did you meet Yes Theory?
It's the most random thing. I just literally left my town. I live in Oregon in the Pacific Northwest. After I graduated, I moved down to Los Angeles and I was living in an RV for about 6 months. And they moved to Los Angeles around the same time I did. Right down, my RV was parked like a block away from their house when they moved there. And I think at the time they had like 10,000 subscribers. I had never heard of them. They weren't even called Yes Theory at the time, and I never had I they just invited me and my friends over for a barbecue one day, and then I became good friends with them. We traveled to Europe together, and then in Europe I told them, hey guys, guess what, when we get back in town, I'm moving into your house. You have no choice, I'm moving in.
Wow.
And and uh, and they were awesome enough and let me move in, and we lived in the house together for about a year and became tight friends.
Yes, and we see you
That's
in the
great.
video. That's really fantastic. It's really
Yeah.
wholesome seeing you
So
guys.
Perry, we ask this question to almost everybody, all of our guests. So, how did you start your YouTube channel? I mean, what inspired you to become a YouTuber?
I had one before the quarantine lockdown, but I wasn't really taking it seriously, just kind of messing around on there. Excuse me, I just burped a little bit. I have a little bit
It's
of
fine. It's fine.
indigestion.
It's
It's
fine.
fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Is burping allowed on this podcast?
Well, not a
Uh,
lot, but it can become a thing
yeah.
after you.
Okay, we'll make it a trend. Maybe at the
Yeah.
end we'll get everybody in here to let off a
Mark.
loud one. Um,
That's-
I had a YouTube channel and I wasn't really focusing on it too seriously. And then when the lockdown happened and I couldn't do stand-up comedy, it just made me direct my attention to like really trying to figure out what YouTube is. And I am at the very beginning stages. I've only really been focusing on it for 3 months, like seriously trying to like make it work for only 3 months. And so I'm at the beginning stages and I'm learning and iterating and figuring out, new things to try out. And it's really interesting what I've learned. It's almost like what I've learned in stand-up comedy, and that is when you tell, like, especially beginning out, like you tell a joke in stand-up comedy and it gets a laugh and you think like, oh, that's awesome, that's my best joke, that's really cool. And then 2 months down the line, you realize that that joke you told 2 months ago was so dumb because you've gotten so much better. And that's kind of what YouTube is a little bit like. I'll do a video and it works. And then I try to do it again and again and build on it. And then I realize, oh, wait, I have an idea that's way better now. That old video is piece of shit. And it's just always iterating and figuring it out. And I lost my train of thought, but that's what started my YouTube channel.
it's a very, very awesome
Right.
story, and that
Even we experienced something like that, actually. Like in our
Yeah.
first episode, we were so nervous, like what we were gonna do and all those stuff. And we thought that, whoa, we did great. And then, as the days gone by and we see all the episodes, and then we're like, whoa, we're improving, and like the first episode seems like what were we doing?
It's
Like,
crazy how I love that. Yeah, it blows my mind how like these it's
yeah,
it's baby steps, like little wins after a long
That-
time, and that's what creates that like awesome, career or goal or whatever you want to reach for. There are people that you see where they hit it like right away and they get a million subscribers immediately, or they hit some sort of trend or meet the right person and catch the right wave and just blow up. But there's two things that's awesome, and I don't want to be a hater for the people that do that. Like, more power to them. Like, they figured it out quicker or whatever, they got lucky or whatever it is. That's so dope. But there is something to be said about taking your time and figuring things out, for a couple reasons. One, if things happen too fast to you, then you're going to most likely like not know how to handle it, not know how to figure things out, and you're going to go away quickly. Two, you don't have an audience to like. Well, you don't have an audience, like a real foundation, like a loyal kind of fan base or subscriber base, or like a community. I like to think of it more as a community, because it takes a long time to build a friendship, and that's exactly what a community is you're building a friendship. So I think it's okay that things take a long time, and it's just like sticking in there or staying in there, sticking it out, and just grinding. And it's really hard, dude. Trust me. There's nights where I'm by myself and I want to freaking blow my brains out because I'm just so exhausted and tired. But then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And then for the last like 4 out of 3 videos, no, probably 3 out of 5 videos, I put them out there and I was like, God, this is going to suck. This is going to tank and eat shit. And then I put it out there and it like, they crushed. And I was like, what? Or like crushed for my channel, I'm like, what the heck? That's so cool. That's so worth it. It's so valuable and it feels good. So hoorah on your new computer.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, pretty much. I can
great.
probably say I am a loyal Perry Grone subscriber. I want to put it out there because one day he's going to blow up, and I am going to flex about this. Trust me.
Thank you so much for sharing. You share all the videos, and it means, dude, that means so much. I wish people understood how much that means, because sharing on social media, it goes like word of mouth, like in person, like, or texting or whatever, like, yo, watch this person, word of mouth, and then sharing on social media. Like, those are the two things that are so valuable. So I just want to say that I really, really appreciate that.
And I'll continue doing it because it's and yeah, and as I said, now that I'm a YouTuber, I do YouTube with my friend. And we know how it feels. Although we're very small, all right? We know how it feels, and my follower base is not that big as well. But if it gets out, it gets out. You never know when it's gonna tick.
Yeah.
So any little effort helps, and yeah. And yeah, you're right about the first time thing. It's better to go step by step. I mean, if we blew up after the first podcast, we wouldn't have been we wouldn't have improved when compared to our first video, because in the first video I pretty much was screaming all the time, and I'm really fortunate that the guests didn't complain about it. They were really chill with it. So yeah. And now, and the first episode was super boring. We were like, "Hey guys, welcome to the Dinner Convo." Now we scream out our intro like pathetic little 12-year-olds.
Love it. Wait, how old are you guys?
We're 17.
We're 17.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Not drinking alcohol yet.
No, we won't drink alcohol.
No.
Because we're mostly so we go by
I'm just
that.
kidding. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah, I understand. No problem. We understand. Yeah. And yeah, once again, guys, definitely check out. We haven't really given this many reminders in any of our videos, but do check out Paragon's videos because they're awesome. We love it. All right, we love it.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
Yeah,
That's a guarantee. Right?
Thank
It's a
you.
guarantee.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Now, Perry, we have the segment. Not usually. We actually have the segment on our show called the Why Wait round. So we've started this since our 4th episode. So this is our 11th episode. Yeah. So and this round is about we'll be asking you a few rapid fire questions in 1 hour in the time limit of 1 minute 30 seconds. So 9
1
seconds.
minute, 30
Yeah, 1 minute 30 seconds. And we'll see how many questions you can answer. And the catch is you'll actually be competing with the other guests that have actually participated in this particular round. So the highest score is 17. Yeah, 17. It's held by two
17,
people.
yes.
Two
So
people.
I'm answering as many questions as possible within the amount of
Yeah,
time.
these are not
Yeah.
general knowledge questions. They're like basic questions about you. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So the highest
Got it.
score is 17. So it was scored by two people. One is the one who first was the first guest to actually participate in this particular segment. His name is Brez. He's a beatboxer. He's a pretty talented guy. He's from France. And then we had Brett Conti, who's a YouTuber from New York. He also participated in this time. He got 17. And the second two best scores were 16 and 15. So if you get 15, more than 15, you're in the top three. All right.
Pressure's on. I have a really slow thinking brain, so I might just get like 4 or 5, but we'll see.
Okay, no, it's usually
The
better than
questions
that.
aren't that. The questions aren't that complicated. It's just
Okay.
simple.
I'll probably ask you whoever you want. Let's just stuff like that.
Yeah.
No long division, please.
No, these aren't general knowledge. These are just questions
No,
about you.
we even asked one time that what's your full name? It's like simple questions.
Yeah, because we
Okay.
were noobs at that time. We still are
Yeah,
noobs,
yeah,
but as you say,
Okay.
noobs. You know.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready. Bring it on.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Wait, I'll have to refresh my brain a bit.
Oh
Because,
shit, is this a question?
Okay. All right. Freedom of the. Perry, where were you born?
West Hills, California.
Do you like the place where you were born?
The hospital doesn't exist anymore.
Why do you love being a YouTuber?
Because I get to be creative.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
Me.
Why do you like yourself so much?
Right.
Because I am allowed to do what I want to do.
Do you play games?
I do.
What's your favorite game?
Call of Duty and actually Batman, the Arkham series.
Fortnite or Marcus Brownlee?
I don't know the other one, so Fortnite.
What's one game that you played as a child?
Spy Fox on the PC.
Do you play sports?
I did, not anymore.
What was your favorite sport?
Wrestling.
Who's your favorite sports person?
Probably Randy Couture.
What's your favorite food?
Steak and mashed potatoes.
New York or LA?
L.A. New York. Sorry, but sorry.
Asia or Europe?
I haven't explored Asia too much. It's one of my goals. But 1 second. Let's say Asia because I want to go there really, really bad.
Have you been to Bangladesh?
I have not.
Do you live in LA now?
Yes.
That stands up, but we'll give you one bonus question because I started a little late. The one bonus question is, what's your full name? Let's make it easy for you.
Perry J. Grone.
All right, so I didn't count. I actually was doing the question answer session. So, pardon, did you count?
Yeah, with the bonus question, he's got 17 questions.
Oh, yeah. Once again, great,
Yeah,
great.
baby.
You're first on the leaderboard.
Yeah,
And
congrats.
fortunately and unfortunately, nobody can cross 17. I don't know why.
Yeah,
This is
Yeah.
like
it's kind of
the
a limit.
benchmark, you know? 17.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop some bottles of champagne tonight and spray them all over the wall.
All right, yeah. Congratulations, Perry. And the results will come out as the season ends. This is our first season. We plan to do the second season after our exam because we're 11th graders. We have this really tough exam that we have to give. You know,
Yeah,
we all want to be. Fardin wants to be a businessman. I want to be an accountant. Boring job, but I love accounting.
Dude,
You know?
that's amazing. I was a huge fan of math when I was in high school and college. So stick with
Oh, wow.
math. You'll end up filthy rich.
All right, thank you.
Great.
Oh, speaking of college, where did you go to college? How was your college experience like?
Oregon State University college was. I went to a few different colleges, 2 different community colleges because I'm a dumb guy, and then I had to go to. Or I didn't have to. Then I went to Oregon State University, and it was a fine experience. So I did their. It's called New Media Communications. It's pretty much just like a degree in what media was when I went to school, which was, that was 5 years ago now. It was kind of like YouTube stuff, but it was okay. I made a short film in college that won a film festival in Oregon, so that was sweet. Me and my friends in college, we made a thriller, like a pretty bloody psychological thriller, and it was badass. I wrote and co-directed it, and it was super fun. So yeah, college, I met some really cool people, and I had a pretty good time in college.
Yeah, it's great to see
That's
that you
great.
look.
That's great.
Yeah.
You're doing great with your life now. I mean, as I said, man, even if your channel's small, it will blow up soon. Hopefully.
Thank you
Don't
so
worry.
much.
Don't
I
worry. It will
appreciate
blow
it.
up soon.
Absolutely.
It will blow up soon,
Seriously,
yeah.
thank you. That means a lot.
I know. That means a lot
Absolutely.
that you came here, and one day we can tell our
Exactly.
grandkids, you see this legend that he came on, podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be dead by then. Don't worry, I'll be dead.
We'll see. We'll see. That would
We'll
make
see.
you
We'll see.
a greater legend, The legend
Yeah.
who died, a legend.
Maybe
That's
I'll
something.
die just so you have a cooler story. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or,
Yeah.
or maybe you'll fake your death. You never know. You know?
Mm.
That'd be a good
crazy
video.
stuff.
I actually have a video coming up about death, so stay
Oh.
tuned. It's
Can't wait.
It's one of
Oh.
the videos I'm doing for in October for Halloween. It's gonna be about
Alright.
I don't want to say anymore, just about death in general, but it'll be something more a little specific. I'll make it silly, of course. I don't want to make it weird, or I do want to make it weird. I don't want to make it like about, scary and like
Serious stuff.
sad.
It will be amazing as the other videos. We know that.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
Exactly.
you. Thank you so
Okay,
much,
Perry.
guys.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
actually very glad to have you on the podcast. 1 month of struggle, now you're here. Hard down because we have to study a lot because of this. We have this thing called A levels and stuff. We have a lot of advanced subjects like accounting, economics, chemistry, business, whatever. Yeah, it was something that does. And doing the podcast really allows us to take a break. Prayers and podcasts. That's what we do aside from study. So it really helps us. So thank you for being a part of the show. And yeah, as you
I
said,
really appreciate it. This was great. Thank you so much.
we're not done yet.
Oh, we're not done. Okay, you were talking like we were wrapping up, so I was like, that was fast.
No, he's grateful. He's grateful to have you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm grateful
I
to
mean, we are
continue
grateful
doing
to have you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's the
absolutely.
first time I've been this grateful. All right. Okay.
So Terry,
No,
is there something you wish you had known before you started your YouTube channel? Like, would have that thing benefited you? Is there something?
Just to really focus on ideas and experiment as much as possible from the beginning, and upload more than once a week at the beginning. Like if I can do 3 times a week, I do that, but it's so hard. So I'm doing ideally 2 times a week. I'm traveling right now, so it's a little bit difficult. But at the beginning, what I'm noticing is it is about views and getting subscribers, but it's more about figuring out what works, like understanding the algorithm, understanding what people are interested in the videos, what parts they drop out, what parts they like rewatch, what parts they pause on, the stuff that they're more likely to share. So I'm trying to, at these stages right now, it's figuring out what is the most engaging thing, and then slowly it's going to form into like my own niche of content. And then the end goal is to go on, because I'm doing stand-up comedy while I'm building a YouTube channel. So I'm going to, ideally I get good at stand-up and I'm funny on stage. And then when I feel comfortable enough to go on tour, then I have a big enough YouTube audience to be like, I keep getting calls, one sec. Then I have a big enough YouTube audience to go on tour with and be like, hey guys, I'm going on tour, and come out and see me in Toronto or wherever. So that's
maybe Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Where are you at right now?
Yeah, we're at Bangladesh, Dhaka.
Bangladesh, Dhaka, with the capital city. Yeah, with you. Yeah.
Nice. What's a traditional food that you guys will eat?
I mean, in Bangladesh, we pretty much eat rice and
Rice.
a thing called
Nice.
dal, which is basically pulse. Pulse
Yep.
cooked in water, and we eat dal bhat and fish.
And
So-
beef and
Yeah,
fish.
yeah.
Nice.
So there's this phrase in our country. It's like "Mache bhata Bangali," which means if you eat fish and rice, you are a Bangladeshi, certified Bangladeshi.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
if you eat fish and rice, you can be a Bangladeshi as well.
I'm
Yeah,
eating fish
exactly.
tonight. I'm eating salmon tonight. So
You're
That's
halfway
it.
there.
I'm
Just need the
close. I'm
rice.
close. I need the rice. Yeah. Dang it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe I'll eat some ramen noodles, and that's close. That's close.
Yeah, that's the same ingredient. That's flour, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no,
yeah,
that's different. That's different. But that's carbohydrate, so it's the same thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It
Okay.
counts. It counts.
It
Yeah.
does.
Exactly.
Exactly. So Perry, the main intention behind the show is motivating our guests. So we want to talk about how you battled your, the hurdles in your life, how you overcame them, and what piece of advice will you give for other people out there trying to do whatever they want, succeed in whatever they want to do?
I would say be patient and understand that it doesn't all have to happen immediately. I think that while you're in your 20s while you're in your 20s especially, experiment in terms of finding out what you're interested in. Travel helps a lot with that, and be very, very curious. So patience and curiosity are really important, and hard work. Just work your ass off and be curious and try different things that sound cool to you and fun and interesting, and things that'll make you money, and things that sound creative, and things that, just figure out what you're really passionate about. It's crazy to me that right after you get out of high school, you're supposed to like know what you want to do for the rest of your life. Like you go into college and like you're supposed to be like, all right, I'm gonna start this major, and hopefully I like it, because it's gonna be expensive as shit. So and that there's like an average where people, I heard a statistic where people change their major 5 times in college, and it's like, yeah, like that makes so much sense, but by that time you spent so much money on figuring things out, and it's like, I think it's really important to be okay with trying new things out and being patient in that process, because you don't want to get to like where you're older and you're like hating what you do, and you've had like 10 divorces, and you've got fired from every job because you can't stand it, and you're stealing from the cash register or whatever. And yeah, so I think just be patient, hard work, and be curious.
Perry, those were some fantastic advices. That meant a lot to us. Even we probably won't be doing YouTube full time. We have plans to get to college and stuff, inshallah. Yeah, wherever we go, this definitely is going to help us, and I believe it will help our viewers as well. And yeah, as for the viewers, uh, guys, in all honesty, although we're like very joyful and cheerful at the beginning of the videos, something that always strikes us is, we bring all these guests. We try very. I'm not gonna brag about it, but we put a little bit of effort. Fardin, for example, he has been putting up stories all day yesterday, so huge respect to that. And and there's this sort of commitment between us and the guests. They know that they feel that their voices are going to be heard. Their code, their whatever they're going to talk about is going to be heard and implemented in their lives by a lot of people. So, and that's why they come. So there's sort of commitment. So we want you guys to know, although this is a large video, but just dedicate your time whenever you can, whenever there's free time, after you're done with everything, prayers, studies, anything else. So when you're done with everything, just dedicate some time to listen to this podcast, because it would mean a lot to us, and definitely to the guests. And once again, Perry, thank you. And we're very happy that finally we have been able to get you. We've been able to talk to you. And do you think people should subscribe to this channel?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Do you think
Yeah.
People
should
subscribe to your guys' podcast?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? This guy got a new computer editor just said hi to me. You sound like an auctioneer. This is awesome. You guys have great energy. You ask great questions.
Thank you.
And I love it, and I appreciate you for having me on.
And also, guys, subscribe to Perry Grone. He's a
100%,
crazy,
definitely.
crazy YouTuber. I mean, I love his videos, and you'll love his videos as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you follow my personal Instagram, you'll see how much I love his videos. Okay. So.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So stay safe, guys. Whatever you're doing, do something good for the community. It really helps.